All hate Clark, and when I say you all, hate Clark because she's a great hooper. You can't fake hooping. You can't fake shooting the ball. You can't fake creating your own shot. You can't fake facilitating. You can't fake none of it. You can't fake it. No, you cannot. It's simply the black.
Stephen A. Smith, the king of hot takes, the man who could argue the sky is green and make you half believe it, is losing his entire mind over one person. And no, it's not LeBron, it's not KD, it's not even a rogue ref making a bad call. It's Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's walking, talking, record-shattering supernova who's got Stephen A. screaming into the void like he just saw his team lose in overtime. Curious? Oh, you better be, because this is about to get messier than a reality TV reunion, funnier than a viral meme, and more jaw-dropping than a plot twist in a Ryan Murphy show. Let's dive into the chaos, the stats, and the pure, unfiltered magic of Caitlin Clark turning the sports world upside down. Ready? Let's go.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable, y'all. It's what you see that score? You see that score? This is what we've been waiting for.
All right, let's set the scene. Stephen A. Smith, the guy who's basically a human espresso shot, is out here losing his cool in the best way possible. Not because someone dissed his Knicks or because he's got beef with a coach. No. It's because Caitlin Clark, the Iowa-born hoop-shooting phenom, is out here playing basketball like she's got cheat codes enabled. I mean, seriously, this woman is dropping stats so wild it's like she's playing NBA 2K on rookie mode while the rest of the league is stuck on Hall of Fame difficulty. And Stephen A., he's not mad. He's obsessed. He's out here acting like he just witnessed the basketball equivalent of Beyoncé dropping a surprise album. Every time Caitlin pulls up from 30 feet and drains a three, Stephen A., his eyes light up like he's seen the second coming of Michael Jordan. And trust me, that's not an exaggeration. It's a whole vibe. So let's talk numbers, because Caitlin's stat sheet is serving more tea than a gossip column. The WNBA regular season just kicked off, and this woman is already rewriting history faster than a Twitter thread going viral. In her second season, yes, you heard that right, her second, she's already snagged the all-time WNBA career record for the most games with 25 points and 10 assists. That's 6 games, folks.
You're supposed to have some clout. Work it out. You too, Molly. You got some clout. Work it out. I am at a point in time in my life where I am not going to a WNBA game and
where she's out here scoring like a sniper and dishing dimes like she's running a charity. 6 games. Most players would need a decade to get close to that, but Caitlin, she's doing it in 41 games. 41! That's not a stat line, that's a mic drop. She's out here tying legends like Courtney Vandersloot and Diana Taurasi for the most 20-point 10-assist games in WNBA history. Vandersloot took 430 games to hit that mark. Taurasi, 565. Caitlin, 40-freaking-2. I need you to process that. It's like she's speedrunning basketball history while everyone else is still figuring out how to tie their laces. And let's not sleep on the triple-doubles. Caitlin's out here tying Candace Parker for the most in WNBA history, and she's got Alyssa Thomas in her sights with 15. But here's the kicker. She's doing this in 41 games. Most players would need a career spanning a decade to even sniff these numbers, but Caitlin's out here moving like she's got a personal vendetta against the record books. It's like she woke up one day and said, you know what?
being upstairs or in the media
okay,
box.
we got it. We got some clout. We're going to work it out. We got some bars. And that was supposed to be, that was
you
a quick.
haven't done it yet, Molly.
Okay, that was a quick take.
One thing I can definitely agree on with Stephen A. Smith is
I'm going to make every stat sheet look like it's been hit by a tornado. And Stephen A. He's watching this tornado rip through the league, and all he can do is grab a mic and yell, "This girl is special. She's must-see TV." It's like watching a chef realize their sous chef just cooked a 5-star meal with ingredients they didn't even know existed. Now let's get real for a second. Stephen A. Smith thrives on drama. The man's built a career on turning sports into a soap opera, casting players as heroes, villains, or overrated has-beens. It's like he's directing a sports version of The Real Housewives, complete with shady confessionals and dramatic music. But Caitlin Clark? She's not fitting into his script. She's not the villain, the underdog, or the savior. She's just hooping. And it's driving him wild, because she's burning his playbook to ashes. Every time she drains a logo 3 or dishes a no-look pass, it's like she's saying, "Your narratives? Cute, watch this." She's not here for the drama. She's here to ball, and she's doing it with a swagger that's got the whole sports world shook. Let's talk about her impact, because it's bigger than a blockbuster movie premiere. Caitlin Clark isn't just breaking records, she's breaking the WNBA's entire vibe. Remember how the league struggled for years to get chartered flights? 22 years, no dice. Caitlyn shows up and bam, 2 weeks later they've got private jets. Coincidence? I think not. She's not just a player, she's a cultural reset. A one-woman revolution who's got the league's viewership spiking like it's the Super Bowl. Case in point, the 2024 WNBA draft, where Caitlyn was the #1 pick, pulled in 2.446 million viewers on ESPN. That's the most watched draft in WNBA history. And the Fever, her team who were the worst in the league last year. They're now the most watched team, with games pulling in over 1 million viewers on Chani.
That Caitlin Clark is the truth, man. Is something special, okay? Now look at this stat. Look at this stat, dog. Most 20-point, 10-assist games.
And here's where it gets juicy. Stephen A. is out here calling her the Oscar Robertson of the WNBA, and honestly, he's not wrong. But the comedy? Oh, it's gold. This man, who lives for spicy debates and controversial takes, is left speechless by Caitlyn's dominance. He's pacing his living room, probably spilling his coffee, shouting, "How is this possible? This ain't fair to the narrative." Because let's be honest, Stephen A. loves a good argument. He's the guy who'll debate whether a hot dog is a sandwich just to get the room riled up, but with Caitlyn, there's no debate. She's too good. Her stats are like a perfectly crafted tweet, undeniable, retweetable, and leaving everyone in the replies stunned. 9 games with 20 points and 10 assists in 41 games? That's not a stat, that's a flex. It's like she's handing out highlight reels like Oprah handing out cars. You get a bucket, you get an assist, everybody gets a broken record. Now let's address the elephant in the room, because Stephen A. didn't shy away from it, and neither will we. There's been some chatter, some noise about Caitlyn Clark getting hate, and Stephen A. called it out.
She haven't even made it to 50 games yet, all right? She hasn't even made it to 50 games, and already top or tied it with...
He's like, y'all hate her because she's a great hooper and you can't fake hooping. And he's got a point. You can't fake draining threes from the parking lot. You can't fake creating your own shot or facilitating like you're running a masterclass. But here's where Stephen A. gets spicy. He's saying some folks are reluctant to give Caitlyn her flowers because she's a young white woman balling out in a league where black excellence has long been the standard. He's like, if this was Juju Watkins or Paige Bueckers, y'all wouldn't say a word. And look, whether you agree or not, the man's got receipts. Caitlyn's game is undeniable, and the numbers don't lie. She's not just playing basketball. She's rewriting the script, and some folks are struggling to keep up. But let's flip it back to the fun, because this whole saga is like a sitcom starring Caitlyn as the cool new kid and Stephen A. as the loud uncle who can't stop hyping her up. Picture this. Caitlyn's out here dropping 27 points, 11 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals in a single game. And Stephen A., his reaction is like a kid seeing fireworks for the first time. He's yelling, "She's the truth, she's box office." And the best part, he's not even trying to stir up drama. For once, he's just a fanboy, and it's hilarious. The man who's made a career out of yelling about missed free throws and overpaid contracts is out here standing Caitlyn Clark like she's the headliner at Coachella.
And what a lot of people weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can ball. And oh, by the way, she was a...
It's like watching Gordon Ramsay admit he loves fast food. Unexpected, but you can't look away. And let's talk about her play style, because it's smoother than a jazz playlist on a Sunday morning. Caitlyn doesn't just play basketball, she performs it. The ball's practically glued to her hands like she's got some kind of magnetic superpower. She's out here conducting the game like she's leading an orchestra, dropping dimes and sinking threes with the kind of effortless swagger that makes you wonder if she's even trying. It's like watching a chef whip up a gourmet meal while scrolling TikTok. Zero stress, all finesse. And the comparisons to Steph Curry? Oh, they're real. But here's the thing. Caitlyn's not just the female Steph Curry. She's Caitlyn Clark, and she's carving out her own lane. When someone asked her about the Curry comparison, she just smirked and said, "I'll take it." That's the energy. Cool, confident, and ready to let her game do the talking. Now let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about basketball. Caitlyn Clark is a cultural phenomenon, the kind of star who doesn't just shift the game, but shifts the conversation.
And by the way, she came in there and looked out for everybody else. For 22 years, they couldn't get chartered flights. That sister got there, and it was done in 2 weeks.
When she was at Iowa, she packed arenas like she was Taylor Swift on tour. Stephen A. tells a story about an event in Iowa with 11,000 people showing up, not for him, but for her. And when she went pro, Straight off the national championship game with no rest, what did she do? She balled out, became an MVP candidate as a rookie, and turned the Fever into must-watch TV. That's not just talent, that's power. She's not just playing the game. She's rewriting the rules, and the old guard, coaches, analysts, even fans, are scrambling to keep up. It's like she's dropped a new software update for basketball, and everyone else is still running Windows 95. And here's the irony that makes this whole thing so delicious. Stephen A. Sauce, the guy who's built a career on controlling the narrative, is losing control to a 23-year-old who lets her game speak for itself. His whole shtick is about yelling louder than everyone else, but Caitlyn's out here quietly dismantling his arguments with every bucket. It's like she's playing chess while he's still trying to figure out checkers. And the basketball world? They're not ready. Coaches are scratching their heads, players are side-eyeing their stat sheets, and fans are like,
and I mean, she's almost about to hit Courtney Vandersloot. And look how many games they played to get to this number. Look how many games she's played. Oh my goodness, man. I believe